Hi guys, it's Ryan here with Sigma Survival, and today's video is about alternative and improvised water containment devices. Stay tuned. Okay guys, so I was thinking recently about, I like to improvise, adapt and overcome. That's so corny, isn't it? But it's true, like, you know, survival is all about that. And I was thinking to myself, I've got like, you know, a Camelback style drinking bladder that's 3 litres, and I put charcoal in that so that it absorbs any nasties on the go. I've got a life straw type water filter. I've got a bottle that goes with that. I've got means of boiling water. I've got 2 boiling containers actually, and also, you know, they're there for cooking as well. I've got chemical treatments like chlorine and iodine, but I want to look at ways of making it possible to carry water containers in an EDC sense, everyday carry. I want to be able to carry something in my pocket that's going to be able to hold 3 litres of water on the go and to be able to utilise it. So I've got a few different ideas here that I think could really be helpful for everybody. Let's get into it. I did a video recently on Ziploc Bags. These hold 3 litres of water, these ones in particular. Some of them only hold 1 litre, some of them will hold up to 5 litres or more. So it even says it at the bottom, 3 litres. So it goes to about here, the 3 litre mark, when I filled it with water. These are great. I did a video on this recently where I was showing this in a stream and how you could utilise this with water purification tablets. Now I'm going to turn this into an improvised Camelback style means of drinking your water on the go. So first and foremost, before I do that, I just want to talk about these. These cost me less than £1 here in the UK, and I got 15 of them. They're 3 litres each. That's what, 45 litres of drinking water containment, and it weighs nothing. And if I keep it in the box, I can utilise the cardboard for burning and fire starting. So I've got multiple means of doing things with this right here, and it cost me less than £1. If you are going to do that, put a tarp down on the floor or something like that. And, you know, if you're bringing water into a camp and you're storing it in these, you know, just put them on a tarp or a fire blanket or something like that, just to keep them safe from being punctured, because they're not very thick. So first things first as well, let's make the water safe before we make it into a container that we can use on the go. We're either going to use betadine solution or water purification tablets. 3 of these in there and you're good to go. You leave it for half an hour. Pre-filter it first if you can, get the sediment out, get any sort of nasties out in that way. With this, I believe it's a couple of drops. So most people out there probably know what this is. This is a Droplet Pouch, and basically it just, is it a Droplet Pouch, drop panel pouch, whatever it's called. It packs away, it folds, it rolls up into nothing. So these are great to have. I mean, you can also improvise this. You could also just use a cargo pocket or your backpack. But these are great because you can house this inside once it's full, and it will hold the water nice and contained, and it can stay on your hip there. Having one of these is ideal. You can make one of these quite easily if you need to as well. Alternatively, you could make a sling to hold water like this out of a shemmer, or you could use some safety pins or something like that with the shemmer to turn it into a pouch like this. You're also going to need some tubing. This is a suction catheter, basically like surgical tubing. I'll show you how this works in a minute. For the purpose of the demonstration, I'm just going to fill this with normal sort of water that I brought with me. But, you know, just to save time, I'm not going to go purifying water because it takes a while. So here I've just got a normal bottle. So that's filled up with 2 litres now, guys. Let me get the tube out of there first, make it easier. I'm just going to slot that in there, keep it safe. That's held in there pretty nicely now. So what I'm going to do is just take the corner of this, open it slightly. I'm going to insert this tube. And it decides it wants to go in. Open it a little bit more. There we go. And I want to feed it into roughly where the bottom is. And I'll just close that up nice and tight. And I can shake this around and there's pretty much no leakage. There's a tiny amount of leakage, so if you had to run, you know, you wouldn't lose all your water in one go. Secure it with the Velcro. Now this can nicely just sit on my belt. This looks dodgy. Secure it in place with my belt. Well, you should always wear a belt as well, guys. And as you can see now, all I have to do is bend over forward a little bit. And as you can see, I can get water out of it. Now I can just tuck that away and get moving again. So I've got an improvised Camelback style water pouch that holds up to 3 litres. It cost me less than a couple of quid to make. You know, if you've got the dump pouch as well, or the drop down leg pouch, whatever you want to call it, that can be a little bit of money, but you don't even need that. You can utilise your pocket or your backpack or something like that. So it's just a method that you can utilise. In my next video on this topic, I'm going to be talking about kind of like longer term solutions, a bit more about longer term survival, so improvising with containers that you'll find and how to seal them up and keep them nice and contained so the water stays in there on the move and stays fresh. So yeah, I hope you liked this video, guys. I hope it was useful. Obviously, you know, just talking about how to make an improvised Camelback, as it were, out of a bit of surgical tubing, a sandwich bag that locks up with a Ziploc system, and yeah, just something to carry it in, whether if it's a shemmer. You know, I could fold my shirt up essentially if I needed to, with a couple of safety pins. Loads of different ways of doing it. And you know what? It all fits into my pocket. So, you know, if you've got a couple of water purification tablets or some iodine, which is even better, because you can use it to, you know, as an antiseptic on wounds, you're good to go with water for a foreseeable amount of time until your chemical agent runs out. So yeah, I hope that was useful, guys. Please do like and subscribe. It helps the channel to grow. Wind's picking up a bit, so I hope you can still hear me. Let me know in the comments what you think. You know, I think this could be useful for a lot of people. Haven't seen anybody doing it yet. Hopefully it's useful. Anyway, thanks for watching. Until next time.